Some more terms to calculate the interest. Equivalent rate of interest. Two annual rate of interest with different conversion period is called equivalent rate of interest. Nominal and effective rate of interest. When interest is compounded more than 1 year, the given annual rate is called nominal rate, and the rate of interest actually earned is called effective rate of interest. For example, if the nominal rate is R% compounded P times in a year, then the effective rate of the interest is given as 1 plus R upon 100 P whole to the power P minus 1. Present value. The present value of the sum of rupees P due n years, hence the rate R percent is the rate of interest, compounded interest is given as PV present value is equal to P times P is the principal 100 upon 100 plus R. Equal installment with compound interest. Loan amount is given as P times 100 upon 100 plus R plus 100 upon 100 plus R whole square plus 100 upon 100 plus R whole cube and so on, where P is each equal installment, R is the rate of interest per annum, and T is the time period as it is going on. So it can be n time periods, depend upon the question. If the nominal rate of interest is 5.25 compounded quarterly, find the corresponding effective rate of interest. We know that if nominal rate of interest is 5.25 and it is given compounded quarterly, then we use the conversion period. Compounded quarterly, that means we apply conversion period. In conversion period, nominal rate of interest, which is given as 5.25 converted to 5.25 divided by 4, rate becomes 1/4. And time, since it is given to us for the time, its time becomes 4 times. Time is given for 1 year, compounded quarterly, the year is being calculated in 4 times, we are getting the interest. So it will convert it to 4 years. Time becomes 4 times. This is the conversion period. So apply the formula. Effective rate of interest says, effective rate of interest is given as 1 plus nominal rate of interest divided by 100 whole to into the time period. The time is given to you, time period, the whole to the power the time P. If we denote P as a time, so multiply by P whole to the power P, subtract 1. This is the effective rate of interest. So we will write it as effective rate of interest is equal to 1 plus rate of interest given as 5.25 divided by 4 into 100, as the time is 4. So power 4 years minus 1. On calculating, 5.25 divided by 400 adding to 1 give us the result as 1.013125 whole to the power 4 minus 1. Now if you multiply 1.013125 4 times and then subtract the result from 1, you will get 0.0535 approximately. This is the effective rate of interest. But as we have to calculate the rate of interest, that should be in percentage. So we will write it as effective rate of interest is given as 0.0535 multiplied by 100, which comes out to be 5.35%. So effective rate of interest is equal to 5.35%. Find the nominal rate of interest which compounded semi-annually equivalent to 4.2% effective rate of interest. Now in this particular case, we know the effective rate of interest, we have to calculate nominal rate of interest. And also it is given to us compounded semi-annually. This means that again there is a conversion period for compounded semi-annually. Compounded semi-annually, we go with the conversion period. And what does the conversion period says that nominal rate of interest, nominal rate of interest, let nominal rate of interest be capital R. It remains R by 2. It converted to R by 2 because it is given to us semi-annually. Therefore, rate becomes half. And the time is, time, since it's for the, we calculate for the 1 year only. So the time is given as, since it is semi-annually, so time becomes double. As it's 1 year is given to us, so it becomes double, 2 years. Time become double. As nominal rate of interest and effective rate of interest is calculated only for the 1 year. Now, effective rate of interest is given as 1 plus R upon 100p whole to the power p minus 1, where p is a time period. In this particular case, we have effective rate of interest is given as 4.2%. 4.2%, so I will write 4.2% is equal to 1 plus nominal rate of interest is R by 2. Time is given R by 200. Time period is 2 years, so I will write p, instead of p I will write 2. So minus 1. Converting percentage into fraction, I divided by 100, so I will get 0.042 is equal to 1 plus R upon 200 whole square minus 1. This minus 1 comes to this side, so it becomes 1 plus 0.0142, which is equal to 1.042 is equal to 1 plus R upon 200 whole square. So for this, if I take taking square root on both sides, I will get square root of 1.042 is equal to 1 plus R upon 200. Taking square root on both sides. So here we have what we have taken. Taking square root on both sides. I will get this. So square root of 1.042 is, we check it out. 1.042, square root of 1.042 is 1.020784 with 1 plus R upon 200. Now this one be subtracted from there. I will get 0.020784 is equal to R upon 200. Multiply it by 200 to calculate the nominal rate of interest. So I will get 0.020784 multiplied by 200, which give me the result as this give me the result as 4.156. So we say that nominal rate of interest is nominal rate of interest is equal to 4.156%. Nominal rate of interest is 4.156%. A car can be purchased at a down payment of 3 lakh rupees or a down payment of 1 lakh rupees and 5 equal installment. If the rate of interest of the company finance 20%, find the amount of annual installment. In this case, it's given us 3 lakh rupees is the cash payment or 1 lakh down payment and 5 equal installment. So here we say that the cost of the car is 3 lakh rupees, for which we have 3 lakh is our, say, sum of the amount, and 1 lakh is the first installment, down payment is given, and the 5 respective installments. We have 5 equal installments. So actually 1 lakh is already done in the down payment. So the actual amount which we have to give by 5 equal installment is 2 lakh rupees. 3 lakh minus 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees is being divided in 5 equal installments. Is equal to 5 equal installments. So we have, say, 5 equal installment. And the formula for the equal installment, we know that For equal installment, here the sum, the amount which we have borrowed sum, you can say that this is the borrowed sum or the down payment. Borrowed sum, or you can say the down payment. The payment which we have, which is being distributed in 5 equal installment is, say x is the, let x is the installment, let x is equal to each installment. X is each installment. Then 100 upon 100 plus rate of interest. Here rate of interest is given as 20. So again, for the first installment, 100 plus 100, 100 plus r whole square with the second installment, and so on, 100 upon 100 plus r whole to the power 5 as 5 installments, because there are 5 equal installments. So here we write it as 2 lakh is equal to x, 100 plus 20. As rate of interest is given as 20, here r you can say is 20%. So 100 plus 20 is 120. 100 upon 120 plus 100 upon 120. If you cancel out, we get 5 by 6. So again 5 by 6 whole square plus 5 by 6 whole cube, third installment, 5 by 6 whole to the power 4, fourth installment, 5 by 6 whole to the power 5, fifth installment. Now you can clearly observe that these installments are in the form of GP. These installments are in the form of a GP, and the sum of GP is given as, if x is the installment, the sum of GP is given as 5 by 6, 1 minus 5 by 6 n, where the common ratio is 5 by 6, divided by 1 minus 5 by 6. You recall the sum of GP is given as a 1 minus Rn upon 1 minus R when R is less than 1. We have used this formula. We have used this formula. A is the first term. First term is 100 by 120 means 5 by 6. And the common ratio, you can clearly observe, it is clearly observed that common ratio is 5 by 6. So 1 minus 5 by 6 n. N means number of terms. There are 5 terms, so I have written n has 5. I will write it here as 5. So n is 5 upon 1 minus 5 by 6. On solving, we get x times, on solving we get 5 by 6. 6 to the power 5 minus 5 to the power 5 divided by 6 to the power 5 whole divided by 6 minus 5 means 1 by 6. This is 2 lakh. Again, take the reciprocal, you will get this 6 and this cancel out. You left with 5x 6 to the power 5 minus 5 to the power 5 divided by 6 to the power 5. Here it is 2 lakh. Then again, this 6 to the power 5 means 777, 6 into 6 into 6, 6 times. Here we have 2 lakh into 77776, as 6 to the power 5 give me as result as 776, and we have 5x 776 minus 5 to the power 5 means 5 into 5 into 5, that means gives me as 3125. Again on solving, x will give it as 2 lakh into 77776 divided by, on subtracting this from the, we get 5 into, if you subtract these two, what you will get? 1 5 6 4 4651 4651. Again, now in if we solve this, we take the log on both sides. To calculate the value of x, we take the log on both sides. Taking log on both sides, we get log x, log x. Here we get 5 ones are 5 and here 4000. 40,000. 5 ones are 5 and again 40,000 and this. So this give me the as log 40,000 multiply by 777.6. That means plus log 777.6 minus the denominator log 4651. From the log table, we have find the value of 40,000 which give the result as 4.6021. And here you observe there are 4 digits. 4 digits means the characteristic is 3. 3 point, you will check log 77, then go horizontally 7 and then 6. Go down 7 and then add 6. The number down 6 is then that you will have to add, which give the result as 3.8907 minus 3.6676. 46, 51, again there are 4 digits. So 3 is the characteristics and the mantissa will be 6676. You observe log 46 in the log table. You will check for log 46. Go down with 5 and then add down 1. The number which is given down to 1, you will add in that. You will get the value of log 4651. You have to check for the log table. To calculate these values, you have to observe the log table. Now add these two and then subtract this. You will get 4.8252. This is log x. Now you have to calculate the value of x. X is the anti-log of 4.8252. Check for anti-log of 4252. You will go with anti-log of 0.82, go down to 5 and then go down to 2, and that 2, the number of 2 is added to the number which you observe in 5. Then you will get the result as 66860 approximately. 6 rupees 66,860. And how we get this number? As 4 is given to us, for anti-log 4 plus 1, 5. So we have to write the decimal after 5 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 5 digits, the decimal is there. So you will get 66,860 rupees as an each installment. You have to calculate the value of x. X is the, first we have observed that the x is, we have taken x as an each installment. So in the question we have to find the each installment, what the amount of each installment is there. So we have observed that each installment is of rupees 66,860, and we have to give this amount in 5 equal installments to cover up our car loan. A sum of 20,000 is borrowed at 18% compound interest and paid back in 4 equal installments. What is the value of each installment? Again, you have to find the value of each installment. We say let the each installment is x. Let each installment is equal to x. Money borrowed, the amount, the face value of this is, the money borrowed is borrowed amount is say 20,000 rupees, and rate of interest is given as 18%. Now using the formula, money borrowed is equal to each installment, then 100 upon 100 plus rate of interest. Rate of interest is 18%. This is the first installment. Then for the next installment, 100 plus 18 is 118. So 100 upon 118 is given as 50 upon 59 whole square. This is the second installment. Similarly, 50 upon 59 is fourth installment. I will write here fifth installment, third installment also. This is my third installment. Again, you can observe this clearly. This is in GP. So the sum of GP is X, first term 100 upon 118 means 50 upon 59. 1 minus 50 upon 59 whole to the power 4 upon 1 minus 50 upon 59. On solving, what we get? X 50 upon 59 multiply. Take the LCM 50 minus 50, 9 upon 59, which gives the reciprocal as 59 upon 9. And here you will get 59 to the power 4 minus 50 whole to the power 4 upon 59 whole to the power 4. This 59 and this 59 cancel out. And here 59 to the power 4 multiply to the right hand side. We multiply by 20,000. Is equal to X times 50 upon 9 multiply by a to the power 4 minus b to the power 4. Here I apply the identity of a square minus b square. So I will get 59 minus 50. 59 plus 50. 59 square plus 50 square. I break this into, I applied 2 times identity a square minus b square, which give me the result this. 59 minus 50 is 9. So this bracket is cancelled with this 9. So I get X 50 multiplied by 119 into 59 square plus 50 square. 59 square plus 50 square is 3481 plus 2500. 50 square is 2500. Add this, you will get X 50 into 119 into 5981. To calculate the value of X, I get X is equal to 20,000 into 59 to the power 4. That means 3481 multiplied by 4 times. I will write 59 to the power 4 only. Okay. So divided by 50 into 119 into 5981. This will cancel out. Ones are 5, 400. Now again taking log on both sides. Taking log on both sides. What should I get? Log X is equal to log 400 plus 4 times log 59, because this log 59 to the power 4 means 4 comes forward. So 4 times log 59 minus the denominator minus log 119 minus log 5981. Log 400 plus 4 times log 59 minus log 119 minus log 5981. Now here we have to check the log 40 at down to 0. You have to go with the log table. Now we can see that log 40 down to 0 gives 6021. So here I have the value as log X is equal to, since this is 400 there are 3 digits, 1 2 3 digits. So I will write 2 point for characteristics. I will write 2.6021, because 40 down 0 give us the result as 6021. Then 59, I will go with 59 and check down to 0. So here I have 59 down to 0, 7709. Go with the log table. This is the log table. Go with the log table, you will observe the value. 59 down to 0 multiplied by 4. That means plus 4 multiplied by, as 5, 9 are 2 digits. 2 minus 1, characteristics is 1. So 1.7709. Minus, there are 119. 119 means there are 3 digits. 3 minus 1, 2. So I will write minus 2.11 down to 9. So here I have log 11. I observe log 11 down to 9 is 0755. So I have 0755 minus 5981 means there are 4 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4 digits. 4 minus 1, 3. Characteristics is 3. So I will write 3 point. I go with 59. I will see log 59 down to 8 and add down to 1. So 59 is here. Down to 8. Down to 8 is 7767 and down to 1 is 1. So add 1 to 7767, which give me the result as 7768. 7768. Now add this, multiply 4 into 1.7709 and then add to 2.6021. These are two negative numbers. Add this, subtract the value from the sum you will get over here. You will get as 3.8334. Log x is equal to 3.8334. On solving this, you will get 3.8334. To get the value of x, I will take anti-log of 3.8334. For 3.8334, what I will observe, I will check the anti-log of 0.83 down to 3 and down to 4. That give me the result at 6814. 0.6814. Here characteristics is 3, so I will put decimal after 4 digits. 3 plus 1, 4. I will put decimal after 4. So on this decimal, shift is to this side after 4 digits. So I will get 6814 rupees. Because there are 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. So decimal shift is to after 4 digits. Decimal is here, decimal shifted to after 4 digits. So we will get 1, 2, 3, 4, that is 6,814 rupees approximately as in each installment. This is the approximate result. Approximately you will get this, that the 6,814 as each installment is paid when the money is being borrowed at 20,000 at the rate of 18%. Mukesh borrows rupees 20,000 on condition to repay it with a compound interest at 5% per annum by annual installment of rupees 2,000 each. In how many years will the payment is being returned? Here we know the installment, each installment we know. We know the amount borrowed, that is 20,000. We know the rate of interest also. We have to calculate the time period only. So here we will write whatever we know is each installment is rupees 2,000 and the money borrowed is borrowed amount is rupees 20,000. Rate of interest is 5%. Time period, let it be n. Let the time period be n. Now substitute this in the formula. Formula says the amount borrowed is equal to each installment upon 100 plus the rate of interest plus in how many installments it's not given to us. We have to find the number of period. So let it be say 100 upon 100 plus 5 and so on till 100 upon 100 plus 5 whole to the power n, because n is the number of period. We don't know in how many installments it has been paid off. So we have 20,000 divided by 2,000 equals to, again this can be written as 100 upon 105 is written as 20 upon 21 plus 20 upon 21 whole square plus so on 20 upon 21 whole to the power n, as we don't know the number of years and we don't know how many installments is being paid. So here we will write it here. I'll say again this is in GP. This is in GP. So the sum of GP is given as first term 1 minus the common difference is 20 upon 21 to the power n divided by 1 minus 20 upon 21. Here you will get 10 only. Then 20 upon 21. Take the LCM. 21 minus 20 is 1. 1 upon 21 means 21 upon 1. And this give me the result as 1 minus 20 upon 21 whole to the power n. This cancel out. 21, 21 cancel. I left with 20 only. And 20 gets divided by here. So 10 upon 20 is equal to 1 minus 20 upon 21 whole to the power n. This is half. So I will get 20 upon 21 whole to the power n is equal to 1 by 2. Because 1 minus half is 1 by 2. Now again, taking log on both sides. Taking log on both sides. What should I get? N is there, so I will write it here as n times log 20 minus log 21. Here I will get log 1 minus log 2. So from the log table you get the value of log 20 as 1.3010 minus, you check for log 20 down to 0, you will get 3010. Since 20 two digits, 2 minus 1 is 1, so characteristic is 1. So again 2 digits, 21 is 2 digits, 2 minus 1 is 1, characteristic is 1 point. You will check log 21 down to 0, you get 3222 is equal to log 1 is 0 minus log 2 is again 0.3010. On subtract this, you will get n minus 212 is equal to minus 0.3010. So you will have n is equal to 3010 divided by 0.3010 divided by 0.0212. N is equal to 3010 is equal to 212. On dividing, you will get 14.2 years approximately. So the loan is being paid after 14 years 2 months. So loan paid after 14.2 years. That means 14 years 2 months. The loan is being paid as 14 years 2 months, 14.2 years. A sum of rupees X is borrowed and paid back in 2 equal installments. Each installment is 35,280. If the rate of interest is 5% compounded annually, find the sum borrowed. In this case, we have to calculate the money borrowed. Installments are given 2 equal installments. That means 2 years compounded annually means every year the installment is being paid. So if we are talking about for the 2 years, each installment is 35,280 and the rate of interest is 5%. So here we will write here as sum borrowed is X. Each installment is 35,280 rupees, and rate of interest is 5%. Time period is 2 years. Now substitute these values in the formula. You will get X is the money borrowed. Each installment is 35,280 and 100 upon 100 plus 5 first installment, 100 upon 100 plus 5 whole square second installment. This gives me the result as 35,280. 100 upon 105 is 105. 20 upon 21 plus 20 upon 21 whole square. Again solving 35,280, 20 upon 21 plus 400 upon 441. Take the LCM. 35,280 you will get 420 multiplied by this 420 plus 400 upon 441. Again on solving, 35,280 into 820 upon 441. This is the simple calculation. Need not to take the log on both sides. Simply you can calculate 441 ones are 441. 8s are 3,528, 441 8s are, and 0 is there. 80 into 820. This give me the result as 8, 16, 1, 65. So you have 65,600 as the money borrowed. So sum borrowed is 65,600. This is the amount the person has borrowed to and giving each installment as 35,280, 5% as a rate of interest. In 2 installments he paid 65,600. Hope you understand each installment the problems and the effective rate of interest, nominal rate of interest. I think this all things are clear to you. So please like and subscribe my video.